Hi everyone. Today I've put together about a 30-minute power yoga class. We're going to start in downward facing dog, so as soon as you're ready, find yourself in downward facing dog, and I'll talk you through what's about to happen. So this class is designed to help tone and shape your body. We won't be doing any advanced yoga poses. All of the basic yoga poses, we'll just be moving through them pretty quickly, and we'll be repeating a lot of them with a focus on toning the legs and the core. So take these first few poses to warm up the body. From your downward facing dog, walk your hands to your toes, come into a ragdoll shape. Grab a hold opposite elbow, opposite hand, and start to release any build-up tension. Remind yourself that holding on to that tension is a waste of energy. So go ahead and keep your left hand down, right arm stretches and reaches up top towards the sky. And naturally, your left knee will start to bend. Take a few breaths here, first twisting motion, so squeeze the core. Then go ahead and switch sides. Right hand goes down, left fingertips stretch up. Do what feels natural for your body here. Good, reaching up through all 5 fingertips. Take one more big inhale, and then exhale, release it down. Crawl your hands forward so you come back into a downward facing dog position. And from here, go ahead and shift forward so you come into a high plank position. Ideally, you shouldn't have to move your hands or feet very much. You should be able to move from your high plank into your downward facing dog and back. From this high plank, we'll activate the core by pulling your right leg up hip height. As you exhale, squeeze the right knee towards the right elbow. Keep your hips still, so stay in that plank position. And then send the right leg back, and then pull the right knee in towards the center of your chest. And then send it back, and then pull the right knee towards your left elbow, and then send it back. Good, now keeping the leg lifted, float the left arm up. Take a big inhale, then as you exhale, squeeze knee and elbow together. Inhale, lengthen, reach. Do that 2 more times, knee into elbow, and then reach. Try to keep everything else still. Again, knee squeezes into elbow, and then lengthen, reach. Set it down. Shift back into your downward facing dog. And then go ahead and pull forward, same thing opposite side. So now your left leg floats up hip height. Pull left knee to left elbow, and then kick it back. Then pull left knee to the center of your chest, and then kick it back. And then pull left knee across your body to the right elbow, and kick it back. Now from here, float the opposite arm up, lengthen as you inhale, as you exhale, squeeze knee and elbow together. 2 more times, lengthen, reach. Exhale, squeeze. 1 more time, lengthen, reach. Keep your hips still, squeeze the core. Good, then lengthen, reach, set that down, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths. Notice how your body's feeling. Squeeze your core in tight as you tiptoe your toes up towards your hands. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, forward fold, release. Then go ahead and stretch all the way up. Reach your arms up and overhead. Then catch a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Stretch up and over to the side for a few breaths. Good, opening up the left side of your body. And then go ahead and switch sides. Grab the right wrist, stretching up first and then over. And reach all 10 fingertips up high. As you exhale, press them together to heart center, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Hands down, step back, high plank to your low plank chaturanga position. Upward facing dog as you inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Sun salutations. We are moving a little bit quicker through these for this particular class. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. So allow the heart rate to get up right here. So press through your heels, stretch up tall, reach up, take a big inhale. Then as you exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, lengthen to a halfway lift. Place your hands down, step your feet back. Take the exhale all the way down to your chaturanga. Upward facing dog to inhale, downward facing dog as you exhale. Good, and then again, feet come in between the hands, so even though it's a little bit quicker of a pace, still feel every move here. Halfway lift, forward fold. Full body stretch, reach the arms high. Inhaling, and then as you exhale, forward fold, feel the release. Lengthen to a halfway lift, crown of your head pulls forward, hands go down, step or float your feet back. If you float your feet back, lean low in your chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Good, let's go ahead and do that again. Now you can step or you can hop your feet so they land in between your hands. Halfway lift, forward fold. Full body stretch, arms reach high. And then exhale, release. Lengthen halfway. Chaturanga, stepping or jumping. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Good, then again, step or float your feet, landing in between your hands. Come to a halfway lift, flat spine, forward fold, release. Full body stretch, reach the arms up, and then forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Chaturanga, stepping or hopping back. Upward facing dog into your downward facing dog. Now pull your right foot next to your right hand. Left hand stays down, right fingertips reach up and stretch up. So you're in this low lunge, runner's lunge position here. Now set the right hand down so both hands are inside your right foot and just shift the hips forward and back a few times so you get a little bit of circulation moving around in those hips. Good, yeah, just forward and back, forward and back. And now go ahead and set your left foot flat. Take your hands to your hips and then come all the way up to a warrior one shape. So your left toes are flat and at an angle, right toes are forward. Reach the fingertips up and then start to sink your hips low here. Now open up into warrior two, and then from here, as you inhale, hips come up slightly. As you exhale, sink deeper into the warrior two. So inhale, lift up just a few inches. Exhale, lower down. You're doing this 10 times total. So with each exhale, you can get a little bit deeper into that warrior two shape. Yeah, so you're really starting to tone and tighten through the right thigh. Good, be sure that the body and breath are working, moving together. Inhale lifts you up. Exhale takes you down. Good, keep moving through that. Then on your next one, hold it in your warrior two. Legs stay still, reverse your warrior, stretch up and back. Take a big inhale. Then as you exhale, circle the arms, hands go down, foot goes back. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot comes in between your hands. Your right hand stays down. Your left fingertips stretch up. Good, and then set the left hand down so both hands are inside your left foot. And just move your hips forward and back a few times. Forward and back, forward and back. And now set your right foot flat. Take your hands to your hips. Come up to standing. Stretch the arms high. Warrior one shape. And now open up to warrior two. Left fingertips reach forward, right fingertips stretch back. As you inhale, you come up slightly. Then as you exhale, sink lower into your warrior two. Again, inhale, coming up. And then exhale, sink low. Repeating this 10 times. You want to start to feel a burn through the left thigh. Good, and be sure that you have enough space in between your feet so that as you sink low, your knee is never tracking over top of your toes. So knee stays in line more with your ankle. Good, do a few more here. And then inhale, reverse your warrior, legs stay still. Then as you exhale, hands go down, foot goes back, move through high to low plank, upward facing dog, into your downward facing dog. From here, lift your heels high, bend your knees low, step or jump your feet, land in between your hands, lengthen to a halfway lift, forward fold, release. Chair pose, hips go low, arms reach high. Inner thighs are squeezing together. Challenge yourself here, so find your lowest point with your hips and then reach your arms up. Once you find that lowest point with every exhale, drop just another inch lower. It's really toning through the lower half. While you're toning through the lower half, see if you can keep your shoulders relaxed, see if you can keep your face relaxed, and see if you can keep your core tight. Now exhale, forward fold. Lengthen halfway, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward, reach up, warrior one. Open up, warrior two. Reverse your warrior, and then flow through. Hands go down, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Left side, same move. So left foot in between your hands, warrior one. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, open out to warrior two. Reverse it as you inhale. Then as you exhale, hands go down, foot goes back, high to a low plank. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Then now from here, pull forward to a high plank position. Bend your elbows to chaturanga. And then press right back up, high plank. Downward facing dog. We're going to repeat this a few times. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, right back up. Downward facing dog. So keep going. It's high plank to chaturanga. Elbows are squeezing in. Press right back up. Downward facing dog. Keep moving through this, going for about 10 times. So body and breath moving together. Your elbows are squeezing next to your rib cage as you lower. So think like a tricep push-up here. You should feel the back of your arms burning. You should keep squeezing the core tight to help stabilize through the upper half of your body. Good, and use that breath, that's your energy. Inhale, pulling forward. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, press up. Exhale, downward facing dog. If this is too much, you can slow it down. You can skip the push-up part of it. But be sure that you're challenging yourself. Good, and last one right here. Ending back in downward facing dog. And now from downward facing dog, drop your forearms down. So you come into dolphin. And give your arms a little bit of a break here so you're resting on your forearms rather than having all that heavy weight onto your hands. Good, and now from here, you're gonna start to tiptoe back and move from dolphin into a forearm plank. In this forearm plank, go ahead and zip your legs together so your inner thighs are squeezing together and your ankles. And then with your inner thighs squeezing together, go ahead and start to drop your hips to the right side and then to the left side. So tiny little twist right here, moving right side and left. Feel your core really squeezing in tight. Good, now drop the hips to the left, come onto your left forearm, right hand to your hip. Your hips are stacked right here, and stretch the right arm up towards the sky. And from here, little pulses, press your hips up and up. As you do that, your bottom left obliques are squeezing. Good, you're going for 10 total. And after that, come back to your forearm plank. Legs are zipped together, go back to those hip swivels side to side. So drop your hips to the right and then to the left. Good, make sure your legs are still zipped right here. And then next time your hips drop to the right, come to your right forearm. Stack your hips, stack your ankles, stretch the left arm up, and then little pulses, press the hips up and up, squeezing through the right obliques to move your hips up. 10 total. So 4 more, 3, 2, and 1. Back to a forearm plank. Breathe. And just hold it here in your forearm plank, keeping everything flat from the top of your head all the way to your heels. Good, take a few more breaths. And then one hand at a time, press up to a straight arm plank. Exhale into your downward facing dog. From here, take the feet in between your hands. Lengthen to a halfway lift, and then exhale, forward fold release. Come into a chair pose, Utkatasana, hips are low. And then from this chair pose, reach your arms overhead. Good, now sweep the arms back behind you as you come onto your tiptoes. Your palms are down, so your thumbs are out, pinkies are in. And then go ahead and make your way back to the Utkatasana with your heels down, arms high. And just moving through this a couple times. So as you exhale, sweep the arms behind you, rise to your tiptoes. And then as you inhale, drop the weight into your heels, hips go low. Moving through this, body and breath moving together. And then take one more. Stay low with your hips. Take your palms together to heart center. Take your left elbow outside your right thigh. So you're twisting here in your seated chair pose. Good. Then go ahead and take a forward fold, releasing. Hips go high. Just for a breath or two. And now take it back to chair. Twist the opposite direction. Hands come to heart center. Right elbow hooks outside the left thigh. After a few breaths, come to a forward fold. And then seated chair pose. Hands to heart center. Now from here, we're going to exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back to center. Your hips stay low. Keep moving through this. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, take it back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, take it back to center. Hands are in that prayer position the entire time. Your hips stay low the entire time. You're cleansing out, cleaning out through all your internal organs right here. Go ahead and take a forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Float your right leg up so you're in a three-legged dog. And then as you exhale, right knee to your right elbow. And then inhale, three-legged dog. Right knee to the center of your chest as you pull forward to a high plank position. Then inhale, three-legged dog. Right knee to your left elbow. One more time, inhale, three-legged dog. As you exhale, pull forward, knee to the chin, high plank position. Stay here in tiny pulls, pulling the knee towards the chin 10 times. Squeeze the lower belly to make this movement here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot in between your hands. Crescent lunge. Your back heel stays lifted now. Arms reach overhead. Good. Sink a little bit lower into your right leg. And then bend your elbows as you bend both knees and coming down into this lunge position here. So looking for 90-degree angles. Inhale, come up high. Then as you exhale, pull the elbows down. Go back into the lunge. Again, inhale, reach high. Exhale, lower down. Keep moving through this, repeating. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull and bend both knees. Again, inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. A few more times. Each time you get a little bit deeper into that lunge, you reach a little bit higher, so collecting more breath. Energizing your body with your inhales, changing your body with the exhales. Then I'll hold this next one low. Take your hands to a prayer, hinge forward from your waist, and then twist over to the right. Your left elbow hooks outside your right thigh. So similar twist to as when you were in the chair, but now you're in a crescent lunge. Good, now staying here, set the left hand down, right arm reaches up, and kick the right leg back. So it lands on top of the left leg, and you end up in this plank position. As you inhale, reach up, and as you exhale, twist and sweep the arm underneath your left obliques. Yep, inhale, reach up, side plank, and then as you exhale, twist. The eye gaze can follow your fingertips. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist, squeeze your core. You should feel the muscles contract. Inhale, reach. Then take the top arm overhead, float the top leg up, and then squeeze knee and elbow together. Inhale, lengthen, reach. Exhale, knee and elbow squeezing together. Keep going, lengthen, reach. Exhale, squeeze, lengthen, reach. Exhale, squeeze. One more time. And on this next one, grab the foot if you can, and then make your way back into a crescent lunge. Good. The arms come up overhead. And now take your hands to heart center and then float your back leg up. So you come into a warrior 3. T-shape with your body. As you inhale, bend the right knee, and as you exhale, press back up. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press back up. Working with your range of motion here, just do a couple more. That right leg should be on fire right now. And if not, bend a little bit deeper. Good, keep going. And now as you come up on your next one, take the left leg over top of your right. Take the left arm underneath your right, eagle pose. And then from here, you're gonna exhale, squeeze knee and elbow together. Then inhale, come up. Exhale, squeeze knee and elbow together. Inhale, come up. Exhale, squeeze knee and elbow together. Again. One more time. And then hold the knee and elbow together. Unravel the legs, but keep the arms hooked. And then go ahead 5 more times. Bend the right knee and then extend it straight. Bend the right leg, extend it straight. After the 5th time, land in a warrior 1 shape with the arms still hooked in your eagle arms. Sink a little bit lower, pull the elbows forward and then up. Feel a stretch and release through the backs of your shoulders. And now open up to warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Hands go down. As you go into a high plank, hook the right leg around the left. And then come into push-ups here. Bend your elbows, press right back up 5 times. Elbows squeezing in tight. After your 5th one, press back to a downward facing dog. Float the right leg up so you come into a 3-legged dog with the knee bent, and just take whatever movements you need to, whether that's circling your hip or circling your knee. And then go ahead and set the right foot next to your left foot. Breathe here in your downward facing dog. Now we just did a lot with that combination, and we are going to repeat it on the next side. Feel free to modify in any way you need to, or feel free to slow it down if you need to. Let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and kick your left leg up, 3-legged dog. Big inhale. As you exhale, pull forward, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, kick it back. As you exhale, pull forward, left knee to the center of your chest. Kick it back, 3-legged dog, left knee to your right elbow. One more time in 3-legged dog. Full inhale, full exhale as you pull forward, knee in towards your chin. Tiny pulses here as you pull the knee in towards the chin. Go for 10. Good. Exhaling with each pulse. Firing up through the core, through your power center. Left foot in between your hands. Stretching up, coming into crescent lunge. Good. Sink a little bit lower into your left knee. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Then come into a twist here. So hinge forward. Twist. Hook your right elbow outside your left thigh. And then set your right hand down. Kick your left leg back so you come into the side plank position. And then you're going to wrap and reach the arm. Reach your arm up as you inhale. Wrap it underneath you as you exhale. Inhale, reach it up. As you exhale, squeeze through the core, especially right side of your abs. Then inhale, reach it up high. Exhale, sweep it underneath you. Reach it up high. Exhale, sweep. Then reach it up high. Last one. Stretch your arm overhead. Float your left leg up. Knee and elbow together. As you exhale, as you inhale, reach them apart. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lengthen, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Lengthen, reach. Last one. Hold it together. Grab the foot. Rotate back into your crescent lunge. Arms reach overhead. Good. Then from here, pull your elbows down. Come into a lunge position. And then as you inhale, stretch up tall. Coming out of your lunge position slightly. So hips lift. Inhale, reach. Then exhale, pull down. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, pull down, lunge position. Keep going. Shifting around energy in your body here. And as you shift around the energy, it changes your physical body. So keep that in mind. Inhale, lengthen, reach. Exhale, lower down. So when you incorporate the breath work into these toning exercises, you can increase and maximize the benefits of toning and tightening and working with the muscular system. Good, one more time. Hold it here. Take your hands to heart center. And then go ahead and float up into warrior 3. From here, inhale, bend your left knee, and then exhale, press right back up. Inhale, bend, exhale, press right back up. Good, keep your right hip next to your left hip. Keep both legs active here. Keep moving through this. Inhaling and exhaling. And then after 10 times, move into eagle. So, take the right leg over top of your left. Take the right arm underneath your left arm. Pressing the palms together if you can. Then as you exhale, squeeze the elbows towards your knee. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, squeezing from the core. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze elbows to your knees. A few more times, going for 5 total. And on your 5th one, hold the elbows low. Kick the right leg back. Do 5 more single leg lunges here. As you inhale, lower down. As you exhale, press right back up. After your 5th one, land in warrior 1. Keep your eagle arms. Right hip presses forward, left hip presses back, forearms pull forward, shoulders relax. Open up to warrior 2, reverse, take a big inhale. As you exhale, hands down, then kick your left foot back and hook it behind the right. And then bend your elbows, press right back up. So with the ankles hooked, tricep push-ups here. Bend your elbows, press right back up. Keep your core squeezing tight. Good, then after you do that about 5 times, make your way back to a 3-legged dog. Bend your top knee, peel your hips open. Take whatever movements feel good for you in this pose right here. And then set your left foot to meet your right, and then keep crawling your toes forward. Take your feet outside of your hands. Come into a wide-legged chair pose. So your feet are a little bit wider than your shoulders. Your toes and knees are facing forward. Hips drop low and arms reach overhead. As you inhale, come up slightly. Then as you exhale, sink down a little bit deeper 10 times. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, think like the chair gets lower with every exhale. So your seat goes a little bit lower. And think more down, less up. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, lowering down. Do just a few more. Then hold this next one low. Hands to a prayer. Drop down into Buddha squat. Your toes can turn out slightly now. Use the elbows to press the hips open. Keep the chest open so you have room and space to breathe right here. Eye gaze straight ahead at one spot in front of you. Hips releasing. And then set the hands down. Step your feet back. Come into downward facing dog. Feel your shoulders broaden across your back. Feel the breath start to slow down right here. And then tiptoe your toes, cross your ankles. Little bit of ab work here. Then we'll end with our finishing poses. So for the ab work, make your way into a boat pose. Knees lifting, feet lifting if you can. You can start with a light grip behind your thighs, but then try to challenge yourself to take the hands off of the thighs and just reach your arms forward. Set your left foot down, but keep your right leg lifted, so you're in this half boat. Take about 3 or 4 breaths, and then switch sides. Right leg goes down, left leg lifts, but your knees stay in line. Good, then release out of that. Go right back into your boat pose, and then add a twist with this. So you're going to twist towards the knee that's bending. Twisting towards the knee that's bending. You can think like you're rowing a boat right here, like you have an oar in your hands. So just keep twisting, exhaling with the twist, and keep switching the legs. Good, do 1 more each side. And then release out of that. Go ahead right back into that boat pose. Lower down, then lift right back up. Low boat, high boat. Lower down, exhale, lift. Lower inhale, exhale, lift. 10 total. Try not to rush through it. So thinking strength versus momentum. And then after 10 times, go ahead and have a seat. Cross the right foot over top of the left leg and then come into a seated twist. So your left elbow hooks outside your right thigh. Your hand is right at your tailbone. You're exhaling and twisting. Then come back to center, bend your left knee so your hips open and release right here. If you prefer, you can press up into a tabletop position. Good, then after a few breaths, set the legs down, switch it out. Left foot comes over top of your right leg. Right elbow hooks outside your left thigh. Lengthen as you inhale, twist deeper as you exhale. After a few breaths with the twist, upper body faces center. Left ankle on top of the right thigh, hips release. Option to press to tabletop for a few breaths. And then come on down, come on out of that. Now take your feet together, bottoms of your feet, coming into butterfly. And you can either use the elbows to press your hips open, or you can start to crawl your fingertips forward. Go to a place where you can relax and release, especially through the backside of your body. So you're not scrunching up or making any extra work through your neck or through your shoulders. Just breathe into it. Feel the release happening. And then slowly start to come up and out of that. And then just cross your legs. Seated, comfortable position here. And you'll stay here in this seated position to close off your practice. So in a seated position, with the spine tall, shoulders relaxed down your back, go ahead and drop your right ear to your right shoulder and feel the left side of your neck open up. And you have the option here, if you want to take the right hand to the top of your head just to deepen the stretch slightly, feel free to do so. And just go ahead and switch sides. So right fingertips down, drop your left ear to your left shoulder, and stretch it out opposite side. And then take it back to center. Reach both arms overhead. And then grab a hold of your left elbow with your right hand. Then stretch over to the right side. Take a few breaths and then switch sides. Left hand grabs the right elbow. And now reach your arms out to the side. Roll out your wrists a few times. Stretch your arms tall overhead. Bring the palms together to heart center. And then rest your forearms on tops of your thighs. Rotate the hands and the palms so they're facing upward. Soften all the muscles in your face. And from here, feel free to stay in this seated meditation. Stay as long as you need to, listening to your body, listening to when it tells you it's time to get up and move on with your day. But enjoy this time, enjoy this space, enjoy this moment. Thanks for joining me. Namaste.